You are safe tonight. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go, and no one asking anything from you anymore. The day has gently come to an end, and whatever it carried with it can slowly begin to fade, like distant sounds that no longer reach you. You have arrived at a quiet moment now, a soft and steady place where everything begins to slow down, where nothing is urgent and nothing needs your attention. Outside, the rain is falling. It began softly, almost unnoticed at first, a light tapping against the window, like a quiet greeting from the night. And now it has settled into something steady and calm, a gentle rhythm that continues without interruption. The sound of it is soft and even, never sharp, never sudden, just a quiet pattern repeating itself again and again. It does not ask anything from you. It does not need to be followed. It is simply there, surrounding the night, filling the silence in the most peaceful way. Inside, everything is warm. There is a soft golden light in the room, resting gently in the corners, touching the edges of familiar things. It is not bright, not overwhelming, just enough to create a sense of calm and comfort. The kind of light that makes everything feel settled, as if nothing could disturb it. The shadows it creates are soft and still, unmoving, as though they have been there for a long time and have no reason to change. You are lying down now, comfortable, supported, your body slowly sinking into the surface beneath you. The blanket around you feels just right, not too heavy, not too light, simply enough to hold you in place, to give you a quiet sense of being cared for. It wraps around you gently, like something familiar, something you have known for a long time. And outside, the rain continues to fall, steady, predictable, calm, each drop blending into the next, forming a quiet rhythm that stretches across the night. There is no beginning you need to find, no ending you need to wait for. It simply continues, and you can let yourself drift alongside it without effort. You are inside, warm, still, safe. Nothing from outside can reach you here tonight. The world beyond the window can go on as it will. The rain can fall, the roads can glisten under streetlights, the distant trees can sway slightly in the wind. But none of it needs anything from you. You are separate from it now, in the most peaceful way, resting in a space that belongs only to you. And if your thoughts are still moving, that is all right. They do not need to stop all at once. You do not need to push them away. You can simply let them slow down gently, the same way the rain falls, one drop at a time. A thought may appear and then fade. Another may come and then drift away. You do not need to follow them. You can remain here, steady and still, while they pass by. There is no rush, no need to fall asleep quickly. Just resting like this is already enough. The night is patient. It does not hurry you. It does not expect anything from you. It simply stays, quietly, surrounding you, giving you space to rest in your own time. The rain continues outside, soft against the roof, soft against the windows, a constant companion that will remain as long as you need it. There is something deeply comforting about that, about knowing that something continues without changing. Something remains steady while everything else can slow down. Maybe, somewhere in your memory, this sound feels familiar. Rain falling on a quiet evening long ago. Perhaps a small house, somewhere peaceful, where the sound of rain filled the night just like this. A time when things felt simpler, when the world seemed smaller, easier to understand. Maybe you remember lying in bed, listening to the rain as it touched the roof, feeling safe without needing to think about it. That same feeling can return now, gently, without effort. You do not have to search for it. It can come to you slowly as you rest here, and for now, you do not have to carry anything from the day. No responsibilities, no worries, no unfinished thoughts. Everything can wait. Everything can rest. This moment is yours, and it is enough. The room remains quiet. The light remains steady. The air feels still and calm. Nothing shifts too quickly. Nothing interrupts this sense of peace. It is a space that holds you gently, without asking anything in return. Your body can begin to soften now. Your shoulders can release whatever they were holding. Your hands can rest easily. Your face can relax. The small muscles you did not notice before can begin to let go, one by one. There is no need to hold anything in place. You can let everything settle naturally. The rain continues, steady and calm, a quiet reassurance that the night is unfolding exactly as it should. You do not need to listen closely anymore. It will remain there whether you notice it or not. A soft presence, always there. And as your thoughts begin to drift, you might notice them becoming lighter, less defined, like clouds slowly moving across a wide, quiet sky. They change shape. They fade at the edges, and eventually they pass. There is space between them now, quiet space, gentle space, a place where nothing needs to be filled. You are not alone in this moment. The night is here. The rain is here, and everything is calm. Nothing can reach you here tonight. Nothing needs to. You are safe. You are warm. You are allowed to rest. And if sleep comes, it will come softly, like the rain, without effort, without asking. You do not need to wait for it. You can simply rest and let it find you when it is ready. The sound of the rain continues, soft and endless, blending into the quiet of the night. Time begins to feel different here, slower, softer, less important. There is nothing to measure, nothing to count, just this steady moment repeating itself gently, over and over again. You might feel yourself drifting now, your awareness softening, your body becoming heavier in a comfortable way, as if you are being gently held in place. There is no effort in this, no need to try, just allow it to happen. The rain falls, the light glows, the night surrounds you. Everything is as it should be, and you are safe within it. Even if a thought appears, even if something briefly catches your attention, it can pass just as easily as it came. You do not need to follow it. You can let it fade back into the quiet, returning again to the steady rhythm of the rain. Your breathing remains slow and easy, in and out, gentle, natural, unforced. There is comfort in this stillness, in this quiet pause, where nothing is required. You can stay here as long as you like, resting, drifting, letting go little by little. The rain continues its quiet pattern, unchanged, dependable, like a soft promise that everything is all right. And in this moment, everything truly is all right. There is nothing missing, nothing to fix, nothing to solve. Just the quiet presence of the night, the warmth around you, and the gentle rhythm of the rain. You are safe here. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to let go. And as the night deepens, as the rain continues its soft, endless fall, you can drift further, gently, slowly, into rest, into stillness, into sleep. You are safe. Everything is quiet now. There is nothing you need to do, just rest. Just breathe, just drift, and let the night carry you gently into sleep. You don't have to do anything now. Not tonight. Not in this moment. You can just sit or lie there exactly as you are, because someone is here with you. They didn't arrive in a way that needed your attention. There was no clear beginning, no moment where the room changed. At some quiet point, without effort, without sound, they were simply there, sitting beside you. Not too close, not too far, just close enough that you can feel it. And they are not here for anything complicated. They are not here to ask questions, not here to solve anything, not here to guide you or lead you somewhere. They are just here to stay with you. The kind of presence that doesn't take anything from you. The kind that makes everything feel a little easier without needing to explain why. You might notice it in small ways. The soft shift of weight in a chair, the faint sound of fabric settling, a slow, steady breath that isn't yours, but is close enough to feel familiar. They are comfortable, unhurried, completely at ease with being here. And that matters more than anything they could say. You don't have to turn toward them. You don't have to look. You don't have to speak. They are not waiting for you to respond. They already understand this kind of quiet. They know that sometimes the best thing is simply to sit beside someone and let the world slow down on its own. And that is what is happening now. The world is slowing. Not all at once, just gently. The edges of things feel softer. The need to think, to follow, to hold on to thoughts begins to loosen just a little. You don't have to force it. You don't have to try. It happens naturally when you are not alone. And you are not alone. There is someone here who has chosen to sit with you in this quiet moment, not because they have to, but because they want to. And that makes all the difference. After a while, you might hear their voice. Soft, low, familiar in a way that feels older than this moment. You're all right. Just rest now. The words are simple. They don't ask anything of you. They don't pull you out of where you are. They just settle gently into the quiet. And then, nothing more. No explanation. No follow-up. Just silence again. But this silence feels different. It feels shared. It feels steady. It feels safe. Your body begins to respond to that. Not suddenly. Not all at once. Just a small shift. Your shoulders lower a little. Your hands rest more easily. Your breathing slows without you noticing when it changed. In and out. Calm. Natural. There is nothing pushing you anymore. Nothing asking you to stay alert. Nothing requiring your attention. You can just be here. And that is enough. The person beside you shifts slightly. Just a small movement. Not enough to disturb you. Just enough to remind you they are still there. Still sitting. Still staying. Still with you. And that quiet consistency begins to settle deeper. Time feels different now. It doesn't move in minutes. It doesn't feel like something passing. It feels like something you are resting inside of. There is no rush, no expectation, no next step. Just this moment. And it continues. You might begin to notice your thoughts changing. They don't disappear, but they don't stay the same. They come softer now, less urgent, less demanding. They pass more easily, like something that no longer needs to be held. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to understand them. You can let them move on their own. Because you are not carrying this moment by yourself. There is someone here with you. And that makes it easier to let go. After some time, you might hear them again. Even softer now. I'm right here. You can rest. The words are slow, gentle. They don't interrupt the quiet. They become part of it. And again, silence returns. But now it is deeper, more complete, more comfortable. Your body feels heavier, not weighed down, just supported. Like you don't have to hold yourself up anymore. Like something beneath you and around you is taking care of that for you. Your breathing continues. Slow, even, unforced. In and out. You don't need to think about it. It continues on its own. The person beside you remains. They're not checking the time. They're not thinking about leaving. They are not distracted. They are simply here, and they will stay. That quiet certainty begins to settle into you. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to check. You already know. They are here. And that is enough. More than enough. Your thoughts become fewer now. There is more space between them. More quiet. More stillness. And in that space, you can rest. You might feel a small shift, as if something is being adjusted. Maybe the blanket around you settles a little more comfortably. Maybe the air feels just slightly warmer. You don't need to notice it clearly. You just feel it. A quiet kind of care. Something done without asking, without needing to be seen. And it makes things easier. Your body softens more. Your face relaxes. Your jaw loosens. Even the small, unnoticed tension you were holding begins to fade. There is nothing to hold anymore. Nothing to keep in place. Everything can rest. The room feels quieter now. Not because something changed, but because you have settled into it more deeply, more completely. The presence beside you remains steady, unchanging, reliable, like it has always been there, like it will continue to be there as long as you need. You might hear one more soft voice, barely above a whisper. You don't have to stay awake. The words drift through the quiet, not pulling you, not pushing you, just opening space. And then they fade, and the silence that follows is even softer, even deeper. Your awareness begins to drift now, not all at once, just gently, like something loosening, like something letting go. You don't need to hold on to this moment. You don't need to stay present. You can let it carry you, slowly, naturally. Your body is fully at rest. Your breathing steady. Your mind quiet and becoming quieter. Thoughts appear and fade before they fully form. There is more space now, more stillness, more calm, and the person beside you is still there, not moving, not leaving, just staying. You don't need to see them. You don't need to think about them. You can simply feel that you are not alone, and that feeling remains, even as everything else begins to soften. Even as the edges of this moment begin to fade, you are safe here. You are cared for, and you don't have to do anything else. You can let go now, a little more, a little deeper. There is nothing waiting for you, nothing you need to return to, nothing you need to finish. Just rest, just quiet, just this steady presence beside you. And as your awareness continues to drift, as the stillness deepens, as everything becomes softer, slower, more distant, you can let yourself go completely, gently, effortlessly, without even noticing when it happens. The voice does not return. It doesn't need to. Everything it needed to say has already been said. The rest is just quiet, shared quiet, comfortable quiet, the kind that carries you without effort. Your breathing slows even more. Your body sinks fully into rest. Your mind releases the last small traces of thought, and the presence beside you remains. Calm, steady, unchanging. You don't need to hold on to it. You don't need to stay aware of it. You already know. They are here, and they will stay, and you can finally sleep. Some places don't disappear. They don't fade the way other things do. They don't need to be remembered on purpose. They simply wait. And every now and then, without you trying, one of those places finds its way back to you. Not all at once, not clearly. Just a feeling at first. A quiet sense that you've been here before. That you know this kind of stillness. That you don't have to figure anything out. And for a moment, you might not even realize what's happening. You're just resting, and something familiar begins to settle around you, like the end of a long day when everything has already been taken care of. Like sitting somewhere you've sat many times before, where nothing ever asked too much of you. Maybe it's a porch, old wood beneath your feet, still warm from the day, the kind of place where the air moves slowly and the light lingers just a little longer than expected. Or maybe it's something simpler, a quiet stretch of road, the kind that doesn't lead anywhere important. No traffic, no noise, just space, and the feeling that there's nowhere else you need to be. You don't have to choose what this place is. You don't have to hold on to it. It forms on its own, the way memories do. Soft at the edges, unrushed, exactly as it needs to be. And somehow, you're already there. Not arriving, not searching, just there. The light is gentle, not bright, not dim, just steady. The kind that settles over everything without changing it. It doesn't draw your attention. It doesn't shift. It simply stays the way it always did. And in that light, everything feels easy to recognize. Not because you see it clearly, but because you don't need to. Nothing here is unfamiliar. Nothing here needs explaining. It's the kind of place where things were always simple, without trying to be. You can imagine sitting for a while, or maybe not even imagining, just allowing the feeling of being there, of having nothing to carry, nothing to keep track of, nothing waiting for you somewhere else. The day, whatever it held, is already behind you. And here, it doesn't follow. There may be small details that come and go. The quiet creak of wood, a distant, steady stillness stretching outward, the feeling of open space without anything pressing in. You don't need to focus on them. They don't need to stay. They appear gently and then soften again. Like everything here, time doesn't move the same way in a place like this. It doesn't pass. It doesn't pull. It simply rests. The way it does in moments that were never meant to be hurried. There's no sense of what comes next. No sense of what came before. Just this quiet continuation. And it's enough. More than enough. Your breathing begins to match that stillness. Slow, even, unnoticed. In and out. Nothing to control. Nothing to change. It happens the way it always has. When everything around you feels at ease, your body begins to settle deeper. Not because you're trying to relax, but because there is nothing here that asks you to stay tense. Nothing here that needs your attention. Nothing here that needs to be solved. You don't have to hold yourself up. You don't have to stay ready. You can simply rest the way you would have here a long time ago, without even thinking about it. There's a quiet recognition in that, not a clear memory, not something you can name, just a sense of yes. A sense that this kind of stillness belongs to you, that you've known it before, that it has always been somewhere within reach. And now, it's here again. You don't need to go deeper into it. You don't need to make it clearer. You can let it remain soft. Let it remain simple. Because that's what makes it peaceful. There's no need to remember more. No need to complete anything. This place is already whole, already settled, already enough, and you are already part of it. Thoughts begin to loosen, not disappearing, just drifting further apart. They don't stay long. They don't ask to be followed. They come quietly and then fade, like something that no longer needs your attention. And you don't follow. You remain here, in this place where nothing is urgent, nothing is unfinished, nothing is waiting for you. The light remains steady, the air remains still. Everything continues, gently, without change. And that quiet sameness becomes comforting, because it means nothing will interrupt this moment. Nothing will pull you away. You can stay here as long as you need, or as long as you want. And those two things feel exactly the same. Your breathing slows even more, in and out. Easy, natural. You don't need to notice it. It continues on its own. Your body feels heavier now, not weighed down, just supported, like you belong here. Like this place knows how to hold you without asking anything in return. There is a sense of evening settling in, not something you see, just something you feel. A quiet closing of the day, a gentle deepening of stillness. And as it settles, everything becomes softer, quieter, more distant. This place does not ask you to stay awake. It does not ask you to remain aware. It simply allows you to rest completely, without effort, without decision. Thoughts are fewer now, lighter, less defined. They drift at the edges and disappear before they fully form. And in their place, there is space, quiet space, gentle space, nothing to fill, nothing to follow. You are not trying to sleep. You are not waiting for sleep. You are simply here, and that is enough. Because sleep comes when everything else has softened, and everything is soft now. The place remains unchanged, steady, familiar, like it has always been waiting, like it will always be there whenever you need it. And you don't have to leave it. Even as your awareness begins to fade, even as the edges of this moment begin to blur, this quiet place stays with you. A gentle background, a steady calm, something that doesn't disappear. Even when you stop noticing it, your body is fully at rest now. Your breathing slow, your mind quiet and becoming quieter. There is nothing left to hold on to, nothing left to think through, nothing waiting beyond this moment. Just this soft remembering, continuing gently. And you within it, at ease, at rest, at home. You can let go now, a little more, a little deeper. There is nothing here that needs you to stay awake, nothing that will be disturbed if you drift. Everything is already settled, already quiet, already enough. And as the last small traces of thought begin to fade, as the stillness deepens, as everything becomes softer, slower, more distant, you can let yourself drift completely, gently, naturally, effortlessly into sleep. If this moment brought you a little peace, you're always welcome back here. And if you'd like more quiet stories like this, you can subscribe and return anytime. For now, just rest.